So Stephanie Jenkins is on day 2 of her trying to get into this routine. And I've seen several people point this out yesterday, and I don't know how I didn't notice this. You see up here at 6:25 on her schedule, right? It says quick skincare, oral care, change, and ready for the day. And notice we have the smoke and a green leaf. So is she, the only thing that people are putting together, and I agree, is that must be her smoking time. Because she's got breakfast, she's got a griddle there, you got the time with Jesus, we have the cross. What else could it possibly be? A cloud of smoke and a green leaf. That is a priority on her schedule. Are you serious? I mean, you're writing this schedule, you're putting it for the public to see, and you're going to show everyone that one of your priorities in life, in your new schedule, is smoking. Are you serious? But yet, she would just the other day when she was talking about why they couldn't get a new car because they're trying to save every dollar they can so they can get out of there. Is this how you save money? You buy, you go to the dispensary, that's saving money? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And I'm still hung up on this 10:30-ish. Babe's massage and anything Babe needs. Vitamins, foot care. I can almost guarantee that Drew isn't asking her, hey, will you give me a massage? This is just something she's doing, trying to win him over again. And why did she not put Drew Babes? I don't know. That drives me nuts. And she thinks it's just such a big deal when he calls her babe. But, I mean, come on. You're a grown woman, and on your schedule of your day. Now, here's the thing. Now, it says 9:30, address any needs the kids have. And at 9:40, we go into doing engagement. So the kids get 10 minutes. The kids get 10 minutes, right? But Drew gets from 10:30 to 11. So Drew is placed above the kids once again. He gets 30 minutes. The kids get 10. Are you serious? She disgusts me more and more. So anyways, like I said, she's on day 2, right? And she gets up, does a stretching again. She goes in the bathroom, and she's going to put her clothes on for the day, right? What does she put on? Take a guess. Yes, she put on the shorts that she was wearing when she got out of bed yesterday morning. Remember the shorts I was talking about? The legs was too big, and you could, she had to cover up so we couldn't see inside of her shorts. Yeah. And I'm almost certain she probably didn't wash them first, so she wore them to bed the night before. She took them off yesterday morning to put something on, and now she showers and puts dirty shorts on. That doesn't make sense to me, but this is Stephanie Jenkins we're talking about, so. Then we see her making her coffee in her French press, right? And she opens the refrigerator door to show us that she has 3 different types of creamer. And one is the huge Coffee Mate creamer, and that's not cheap. Any of that liquid creamer is not cheap. And she's got 3. And this is just on the heels of them recovering from the car being out of commission. And they barely made a buy for 3 weeks, remember? But almost didn't have food, but we got three things of creamer. Nice. Then she goes outside. And she says something about she doesn't know why. They're a barefoot family, and they love to be in touch with nature, and she doesn't see the problem with this. Well, let's see. You are in a shady, or no, I'm going to say it as she did, a sketch area. That's what she called it, a sketch. It's sketch. That area is sketch. Okay, we've seen her outside sweeping, and we've seen her sweeping up the caps from syringes last summer, right? So she's going to run around in this field with no shoes on, knowing what could possibly be out there. Nice. And she's running around, right? And she's way on the other side of this field, and Atlas is way on the other side of the field. And now, Atlas, if you ever watch it, he tends to kind of just wander off. Like, remember not too long ago when the girls came in, Atlas isn't in here? No, and they didn't know where he was? He tends to just kind of wander. He's a little boy. All kids are going to kind of do that, just kind of wander. And she is so far away from him, and in this neighborhood, no less. It only takes a second. Someone could grab that child, and she's too busy jogging around, acting like she's this fitness guru, and he's way far away from her. Again, nobody cares. She does not care about Atlas. It's so sad. Then she cuts to this picture. There's one of those when you're outside smoking and you can put the cigarettes in there. It's one of those, like a disposal for cigarettes, and a bench, and the dumpster sitting there. And here sits Atlas, sitting on this bench, next to this cigarette pot thing where you dispose of your cigarettes. And he's just sitting there. And there's cars in the parking lot, mind you. And there's a train going by. You can barely see this train going by. And Stephanie says, this is one of the things she's going to miss about living in this, I say shelter, she says hotel, but this is one of the things she's going to miss about living there, is Atlas watching the trains go by, because she loves watching Atlas watch the trains go by. Now, if I was in this position, I can guarantee there would not be one thing I would miss about living there. Y'all are crammed into one room. It's filthy constantly. You can't keep it clean. You don't have a regular kitchen. You don't have a nice area for your kids to play. You don't have a yard. You have nothing there, but you're finding things that you're going to miss about living there. This just goes to show that like I keep saying, she has no desire to move out of there anytime soon. She is perfectly content being in this shelter. She is perfectly content with it. It bothers her not one bit. She has made this into her home, and I really believe she doesn't care if she's got to be there for a whole another year or two. It'd be fine by her, because she's going to twist it into, well, we're a family and we like to be close together like this, and God's timing. She's waiting for this house to just miraculously drop into her lap. But I mean, would you miss anything if you were living in these conditions? Would you honestly miss anything about living there? I wouldn't either. So that's Stephanie for you. So that's what she's got going on today. We'll see if she makes it to day 3 of her routine. We'll find out.